Hey, fellow Restopians, stay cool. Welcome to Restopia. Just a little video today. How to correctly size your Erebus Assent. And the reason that I'm doing this is because I had a bit of trouble sizing it. Well, not a bit of trouble, but I had to go to level 2 of sizing. Now, I've done videos about this before, mentioning these bad, but I mentioned the part links in the video that I did. Has 2 part links, and they're very useful. They are not half links; they are part links. And I've also had a question from the Solver 1970. I'd like to hear the jangle of the GS and Rolex compared to the Assent off wrist. Now, I haven't got the GS with me. I have got the other 2. Let's do them up, and then I'll talk a little bit. Oh, sorry. Let's put something back. I'm using my phone today. So the jangle. So they're both done up. This is now sized for me, but which makes no difference when it's off the wrist. So let's have a little listen. As you can hear, yeah, this didn't jangle as much the first time. Right, so it's not a million miles away, let's say. Now with the Assent, let's pop it on. So this should be now sized for me, but I'll come back. Yeah, that's fitting me well now. It's actually more. It's got a noisier rotor. Yeah, just slightly, and you can hear. I mean, it's a little bit tight to my wrist now, so. Yeah, less jangly. But then again, you don't walk around doing that, do you? I mean, I mentioned jangly. I've done a video about jangling. It's a bit of fun. They're not too... The Grand Seiko is going to be pretty similar to the Rolex, I would have thought. Somewhere in the middle, let's say. But yeah, no, as I said in the video, the Erebus is a very nice, very, very well made, affordable watch. They've done very well. I say they because Jody and Stevie had equal inputs on it, which Stevie left a message on the channel, and I think what happened was, I've always assumed that those 2 guys have a very equal kind of input into it, and I definitely don't feel that it's all Jody's input, but. I recorded that video 3 times, and in the first one I actually said I'm going to refer to Jody, but I mean Jody and Stevie. But I had to record it a couple more times, so I left that out. So I was on, just kept mentioning Jody. But yeah, I certainly didn't mean to imply that Stevie doesn't do anything. I'm sure if he's anything like me, he would have lots and lots of opinions on what should happen in the design process, etc. And I'm sure they never argue with each other or anything. But yeah, I hope that's cleared that up. But yeah, the jangling thing is just a bit of fun, really. And a lot of people are going to say, well, this isn't, I think I said this in the video, this isn't £6,000 better or less jangly. It's not £6,000 less jangling than this. I think with the Rolex, it's just a muted sort of. I can't really explain it. It just feels the best, and you actually enjoy picking it up, putting it on, opening, closing. It's slightly smoother on the edges of the links. I'm sure I could tell these 2 apart by. If I didn't have my eyes, if I was blindfolded, is what I'm trying to say. I could just tell. But some people are going to say there's not much in it. You can't tell. You can't tell in isolation, which I would, that's a fair point, because when they're next to each other, you can tell. I would actually argue that you can tell the difference in isolation more. But I'm not saying there's a massive difference. It's just that difference is worth it to me. This is kind of sublime. But what else did Stevie said? He said that they were trying to. Well, I kind of know this because I remember watching the video months ago. But They were trying to sort of one up the Seiko Saab, which I'm not too familiar with the Saab, but I'm guessing they've definitely done that. But yeah, it's just commenters just keep mentioning Rolex, which I find annoying. Anyway, back to the Erebus. So very nice watch for the money. Stevie was equally, if not more, involved in the the design and everything. Sizing. So I said that it wasn't. So what I did when I first sized it, I just took one whole link out. I've measured the links now. Whole link is 10mm, and a part link is 7mm. So it's not 5mm. It's not half the size. It's nearer 3/4 the size. Although when you look at it, it does look about half the size. They always do, but they're never half the size. So you've got 10mm and 7mm. So what I did, just to be lazy, I took a 10mm out and I pushed the micro adjust. There's 5 positions on the micro adjust, I believe. I pushed the micro adjust fully in, so it pretty much fit. It was a little tiny bit loose, and but it was wearable. You know, I did the review, or the first impressions, and didn't do anything. And then I got the question from the Solver. I hope that helped, by the way. The Solver 1970. You're a little bit younger than me. Excuse me. I hadn't. I'm not recording this again. I hadn't. It was still a little bit too loose. So I thought, well, I'll size it. So what did I do? I took a half link out. See, I do it. Everyone does it. I do it. I took a part link out, which is 7mm. So I'm now 17. The bracelet is 17mm shorter than it was when it came out of the box. And I went from having to have, when there was a 10mm link out, don't fall asleep, I had to have it fully in, and it was a bit loose. And then I took another part link out, so 17mm in total. But then I had to have it fully open, and it was still a tad too tight. Now, a lot of you might find that. You might find that taking links in and out leaves you. There's 5 positions on this micro adjust. Taking links in and out, you might find that you have to have it all the way in when you've got one link out, let's say, and all the way out. No, it doesn't just pull, does it? God, that's stiff. No, it's not. It's a joke. It's a personal joke. All the way out when you've got 2 links out, like a full link and a part link, as I did. So you might find that. So what do? Do you just put up with it and think, oh, it doesn't fit me, and I've got it on the most extreme position on the micro adjust, which means it's pointless having it there if my wrist changes size. No, what you do is you take 2, or what I did, I took 2, put the full link back in, and took 2 half links out, because they're 7mm each. That's 14. So first option was 10mm, second option was 17mm. One was Mama Bear, and one was no, not Mama Bear. One was Daddy Bear, and one was Baby Bear, and I wanted Mama Bear. And Mama Bear was 14mm. By taking 2 part links out, I put the full link back in. So now it's 14mm smaller than when it came out of the box, which for me, at the moment, with my current wrist size, is just right. And the other thing that means is that I generally wear it in the middle of those 5 positions. So I'm kind of in position 3, which means I can go 2 up and 2 down, which is perfect. It doesn't get any better than that. And the clasp is, I've also tried to center the clasp as much as possible. That's pretty good, isn't it? Couldn't really get it much better than that. You've got to bear in mind you've got this bit on the inside for comfort. So it's not just what it looks like, but it's because that would actually be a bit like that, wouldn't it? So yeah, so this now fits me bob on, pretty perfect. But if I didn't know that these are part links and that 2 of them are 14mm, I would have been, it would have either been too tight or too loose, really, with no micro adjust to spare. But yeah, so I know it's an ongoing rant of mine that people think these are half links. But yeah, so you've got more than 2 options to sizing. So if you find that with your Erebus Assent or any watch that has part links, bear in mind that you've got more options than just a whole link or a half link, if that's how you view them. Oh, that makes sense. I've done videos on it before. Not a lot of people know that, and I think there's a lot of people walking around with watches that don't fit them when they could fit them. But yeah, well done. I'll say well done, Stevie and Jodie. Maybe it was Stevie's idea to put the part links in. I keep doing it. Maybe it's Stevie's idea to put the part links in. Well done, Stevie. But yeah, really like it. The watch, apart from that crown, of course. And yeah, been wearing it. I said to Stevie I'd wear it out for lunch yesterday, but because it didn't fit very well, and I didn't have time to do that, so I had to do that today. So sorry, Stevie, I did wear the Explorer 40 yesterday to lunch, just because I took the half part link out, and it was too tight. So yeah, I couldn't go to the neighbours for lunch with a watch that was too tight, so I had to just abandon that, put the Explorer on, and which I do need to adjust as well, but it was less too tight than that one was too tight, so that was worn. I'm doing some decorating today, so I'm not wearing either of them. But yeah, this is really pleased I've got it to fit so well. I mean, it must be a eureka moment when people realise that they can get their watch to fit them better. Often that's because they don't know about the part link, supersizing. That's what I called it, supersizing. So I sized it once, sized it twice, still didn't fit, so I had to supersize it by using those sneaky little part links. The secret of the part links. And some people don't know that. I think I've helped more than one person. That one quite notable YouTuber. He didn't realise that there's a few micro adjust positions on the Explorer 40 and any Rolex that has that clasp. So that was great. It's nice helping people. It's really nice helping people to get their watch to fit them better. But anyway, this has gone on for far too long, far longer than I wanted it to. Any questions, let me know down below. And for now, one watchless wrist, live it.